The title of today's lecture is Trades, Jobs, Careers, a Respectfully Real Approach. So what do we mean by a respectfully real approach? Whatever kind of job a person has, a trade, or a profession for that matter, a respectfully real approach is one that seeks to add to the advancement of civilization. All of us need to make a livelihood to provide for ourselves, our family, and our loved ones. But we want to add something good and positive for society to help uplift it, to help move it forward in the sense of increasing the virtue and the upliftment of all mankind. And in doing so, we always have to ask the question, well, what are the needs of today's society? In choosing a profession, a job, a trade, that question needs to be asked, what are the needs of society today? And that will tell you the niche to go towards when you think about those needs, which are unique for each age. Part of respectfully real approach is to find the greatest depth and the greatest meaning of what you're doing. That'll add to your happiness, your contentment, to your productivity, to the inner satisfaction. Now, we can look at a wide variety of jobs, careers. For example, take the UPS driver. It's a huge industry. That's really the arteries of the trade of the world. They're bringing the packages, whether it's overseas, by air, by ship, by truck. It's a tremendous service to humanity. Of course, all corporations seek to make a profit. That's capitalism. Capitalism at its best is capitalism with social responsibility. So it's the arteries of trade. And so when someone's delivering the packages, the person should have a sense of, I'm adding to all these businesses, all these people. And keep in mind, particularly say with a UPS driver, he's Santa Claus in brown. He's bringing a package. People are excited to see him or her and get their package. Same with postal workers. They're bringing packages, news. Most of the people say, gee, what did I get? Gee, you brought me that. Oh, that's what did I get? Yeah, especially I get a package. Say, gee, what did I order? In fact, I got one today from UPS. And so, what is this? I didn't even know what it is. I opened it up and it was some food supplements, calcium, magnesium capsules that we ordered. I ordered that. Good. I'm glad it's here. So when you see the person delivering you, it's like bringing you, for the most part, good news. Say even the photography business, for example. My family had been in the infant portrait business. If you look at a portrait of a baby, say a 4-week-old infant, sometimes the grandparents, the first time they'll see that baby is the portrait. They might be overseas, another state or whatever. So it brings joy. But when you really delve into what that portrait is, it reaches its fuller potential again in, say, about 50 years. A baby's grown, has children, and say, look, you look just like daddy, or you look just like mommy when you were a baby. Look, here it is. And they feel the joy. Oh, yeah, look, you were a little baby, look at that, so cute. And then in another, God willing, 50 years, when their life ends, the great-grandchildren see it. This was your great-grandfather. Look, this is who he was. It reaches a tremendous degree of preciousness. So, what am I saying? I'm saying if you look closely at what the service is, what the product is, you have to look for the greatest depth. And so when you look at, say, portraits, you see you gain value immediately. 25 years, 50 years, 75 years, the values keep exploding out. Now, when you look at the printing trade, which is the main focus of today's lecture and seminar, printing trade is the foundation of civilization. If you look at the holy books of all religions, we're looking at Christianity, Judaism, Baha'i, Islam, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism. It's made available for the masses through the printing trade, which began Gutenberg in Germany, getting mass production of printed materials. Up to then, only very few people could have a book. It was hand scribed. You had scribes doing it by hand. You had very limited. It really made possible the education of the masses. The printing trade, in and of itself, did that. The foundation of civilization as we know. Now, it used to be 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, one people invaded another, and what did they often do? They'd burn their libraries, and that would be the end of the books. Gone. Can't happen anymore. You go ahead and destroy all the libraries, there's millions, billions perhaps of copies all over the planet. Plus it's now even on the computers. So that knowledge can no longer be destroyed as it was in times of old, through warfare, through natural disasters. It's preserved. That's what printing has brought us. Now, when we look at it, so this has to do with respectfully real. And every trade, every profession has the spirit, what we could call a spiritual dimension, in the sense that we're contributing to the goodness and well-being of the world. That's our spiritual motivation. Now, somebody, when they build, an architect designs a building and it's constructed, a person may have in mind, gee, I'm going to make a lot of money. But it's also always good to keep in mind, I'm making this contribution to the world. So that emotionally you might feel, gee, I really need this money, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. But at least intellectually, the person should have a strong spiritual commitment to the advancement of humankind. Say, I know I'm doing a good job, I'm doing something for the world. Gee, when he comes home, if a man comes home, sees his wife, his family, should be able to say, I helped a lot of people today, and I made some money to help support us. And it should be in that order. I helped a lot of people today, and we made some good money. Now, certainly when bills are due, the deeper motivation on an emotional level is, I need that money. But always keeping in mind the contribution that we're making to the world, and to keep seeking ways to improve that. Now, Bob Kushback has been the official printer for the Nuremberg Graduate Institute, the official printer for Sea Thought Publishers, which is the publishing division of the Nuremberg Graduate Institute. He's also the printer for USANewstoday.com. He's also been the printer for the World Legion of Power, which is the athletic and sports psychology division of the Nuremberg Graduate Institute, plus many other organizations. He's been our printer for 15 years. He prints literature, books, and I'm going to show the different kind of books that he's done for us, as well as for other major corporations. Now, whenever we talk also about a profession or a trade, not all professions and trade, of course, people receive an immediate remuneration. Look at, for example, the mother, the full-time mother, the most valuable profession known to humankind. Now, a mother can take it at different levels. A mother can say, well, my job is to provide food, cook, or, a lot of times people say, make sure my kid's having fun, or entertainment. But a mother who has a respectfully real relationship to parenting, or a father for that matter, understands that the main function in this most noble of all professions is the guidance of the children, the spiritual guidance, the emotional guidance. So this child will enter the world ready to add to it and to do good and to cause no harm, and to have a relationship, a genuine relationship with his or her creator, whatever the religion or spiritual approach is.